What is good, everyone? This is your host, Deanna Radulescu with Label Free Podcast. To live your best life, you must live label free. As always, bringing you incredible guests from all over the world. So sit back, relax, and tune in. My next guest is an incredibly beautiful Vogue model. She's an author, influencer, life coach for women, and a Chopra well-being coach. Please welcome Roxanne Gold. Roxanne, welcome.
Nice to be here. I'm so happy to be in this conversation and on this podcast with you.
Me too. Well, I mean, we've already spent several minutes chatting, so I think that this is gonna be a fun conversation. So you are what I call a pro-aging, almost activist, an example, a mentor, just a person for women to, look up to in a sense at different stages in their life.
Thank you.
And you made that choice several years ago when you changed your path, correct?
I did. Yes. I had my agent many years ago, maybe 10 years ago, approach me with clients that wanted to pay me beaucoup bucks to do injectables and show them before and after.
Yeah.
And I said no. And then another company came and asked me to do the same thing. And again, I said no, even though it was a lot of money.
Yeah.
And, I just felt that I didn't want anybody touching my face. And so it kind of started this whole ball rolling in the fact that I didn't do what a lot of women do. And so it starts the conversation of why do we think we need to change the way we look? And for me personally, I feel like when I have my wrinkles in front of me in the mirror, it's a reminder how quickly life passes. And so it makes me want to focus on things that I feel are important to me. Because in my beauty industry, I have spent decades fussing over how I look.
Yeah.
And it doesn't bring to me as much reward as other things that are priceless. You know what I mean? Like helping others or giving or thriving in a emotional way or creating something that has never been created before. And all those things have nothing to do with our physicality. It's an emotional journey. So I realized that I touched a nerve on my Instagram, and women started to either agree or not agree, which is fine.
Yeah.
I don't judge. I'm only sharing my story in hopes that it helps others. Think about it.
Yeah.
Think about why it is that we do what we do habitually.
Yeah.
Why do we think we have to change how we look? If you feel you need to, I don't mind.
Yeah.
You're free to live your life. You know the best choices for you. Like I say, I'm only sharing my perspective. That's all I can do. I'm not trying to advocate doing a certain thing for everybody. No, we all have free will. We can all have our own definition of beauty. And I enjoy that women like to get together and talk about it. And it's a much larger subject than beauty. I think it's has to do with society. So.
Yes, absolutely. But I do feel that there's a beauty that comes within self-acceptance and finding that emotional well-being. There is a certain glow and a brightness that you see in someone like yourself when you have come to that place in your life where you are owning it, so to speak, and you're living in your truth and in your purpose, right? And then just I'm sure your being a Chopra well-being coach, going through that training probably helped you reach different levels of spirituality and higher consciousness than, someone that has not. And so I think that also creates a beauty from within that most people don't understand or know how to get to.
Yeah, I think you're right. You're right. And I define beauty as an energy that leaves people feeling better.
Yeah.
It affects people, your energy. And no matter how much mascara you wear, it's not going to make you beautiful if your energy is kind of dark, and I've seen that in the studio. You have these beautiful people being transformed into more glorious, beautiful selves by professional makeup artists, and yet their energy is tainted with some kind of negative emotion, whatever it may be, and they just don't have that beauty. Yeah.
So you're a life coach for women. What do you coach women on?
To bring the answers that dwell within, to bring it to light, to let them understand that they already have the answers inside of them.
Ooh.
Yeah, I don't tell them what to do. I just help them find the answers so that they truly understand, because they're telling themselves.
Yeah. Yeah.
And we all need help. We all need support, or shown us an insight that we might not have gotten to ourselves. And so that's what I like to do, is just help women find the answers within.
So when did you start that? How long ago did you become
That's pretty recent. I used to have a modeling school where I would train teenage girls to build their self-esteem through modeling. And I did that for 10 years. It spilled over into their mothers saying, hey, I want to learn modeling too.
Yeah.
And then I closed it down after 10 years, and I picked it back up after I got trained with Chopra, because I am that type of person that I like to learn. I constantly have my nose in a book, and it just was in alignment with what I wanted. The topic was in alignment with where I was in my life. So that's how I got started. So I do have a coaching background, but this is more fine-tuned towards health, because we also cover Ayurvedic health, which is the ancient Indian, Eastern Indian type of health, through right diet and meditation.
Yeah.
And so we put those three in together, the life coaching, meditation, and Ayurvedic health, and that helps to transform a woman's life path. And I prefer working with women because I am one.
And so what's your ideal client? Like, where should this ideal woman be in her life that she would connect with working with you?
Oh, good question. I think she has to have that courageous step within herself to say, I need some outside help here. Yeah. I feel like I'm at a precipice. I'm not going forward, but I don't know where to go. I might be fearful. I just want some wise words. I need some help. I need the light shine on my life. What's wrong? Yeah. I just, that kind of feeling where you're kind of stuck.
Sure.
And you're going around, and yet you don't want to be there anymore, and you don't know how to get out of it. Yeah. And you're listening to all these different voices on social media, and nothing really works or nothing sticks. Yeah. So this is very personal. It's all through Zoom, one-on-one. And we initially start with 8 weeks, and of course can go on longer. Yeah. But 8 weeks has, in my clients, transformed their lives and have created deep healing. So it's very rewarding for me. So I'm very happy to do this with the right client. We have to resonate with each other.
Sure. Yeah. Do you find that these women that are stuck are mainly in their midlife time period?
No. Every decade has its learning curve. Oh, and I love that reaction. Oh God, yeah.
I wouldn't trade it for the world. Don't get me wrong. I love where I'm at in life. Like I appreciate my past. I embrace the present, and I look forward to the future, and I've been lucky enough to survive some of the crazy things I've been through. But it is like, you have to, I feel like you should always be working on yourself to grow and to become better. And, a life coach is a perfect way to do that,
Exactly. You said it perfectly. That's it. I agree.
Do you have I always like to ask this with my coaches, because my coaches are all so different. I talk to a lot of them, and it's very interesting how every coach I talk to, their focus is so different. Not one is the same, which is crazy. You think when there's so many out there. Do you have a success story from someone that you've worked with that you could give an example? Obviously no names, but.
Oh, sure. Someone comes to mind immediately. She's 67. So wow. She has had a lifetime of working on herself.
Yeah.
Our 8 weeks together, the reason it comes to mind so quickly is because just recently she sent me an email saying that there has been tremendous healing between herself and her grown daughter that had, a relationship that was difficult.
Yeah.
And they were actually going to go on a trip together, and she was just so happy that their relationship was a good one. And it was because of our coaching. And she let me know that.
That's amazing. Oh, that has to feel so good. Like, oh, my heart is full.
Healing. Yeah, mother-daughter.
Yeah. So I want to talk about your healthy lifestyle. because I'm very much into health and wellness, and I think that it's so important. And you say in your bio that, aging well is a combination of living a healthy lifestyle and having a disciplined mind. So can you share with us what that means to you and how you apply that to your life?
In my business, I work with a lot of young people. It turns out that I tend to be always the oldest one in the photo studio, which is kind of funny to me. I look around, oh yeah, I'm the oldest one here. And the young people, the young, beautiful young women are so precious to me because they often ask me, what's your tip? What do you do?
Yeah.
What's your secret? How are you like this? I want to be like you.
Yeah.
And so many of them have asked me that they prompted me to write my book.
Okay.
So in this book,
More than just a pretty face.
More than just a pretty face, lessons learned from a lifetime in front of the camera. So if this book can get into the hands of young women and they implement a lot of my suggestions for their lifetime, it will help them age in a healthy way. And some women don't even know that that's possible. Some start too late. Some don't even think about it. And they just go to the doctor and take a pill. Yeah. But there are many ways to create your own health through daily habits and routines. And that's where the disciplined mind comes in. But it's not as difficult as you think. For example, desserts. We all like desserts. Some people have a real sugar craving. And, just don't cut it out. Maybe just have a smaller amount. Yeah.
Pick your battles. Pick your battles.
Right. And, for me in the studio, there's so many buffets at lunchtime with plethora of dessert varieties. But I look at them now and I think, oh, that looks so good. But I know what it tastes like. And I know what that tastes like. And that I know what that tastes like. And then I don't have any. And it's not that I deny myself. It's just that I know that sugar gives me that peak and that drop. Yeah. And I know that sugar decays my teeth. And I know that sugar has empty calories. So my body is my temple that I live in. Yeah. And I want my temple clean. And food affects how I feel. And I want to feel my best. Yeah. That's it. So this book hopefully will make women think, I like it. I like her suggestions. I'm going to try them. But, if it doesn't resonate with some women, that's also okay with me as well. Because like I said earlier, we all have free will and we all make choices that we live by. So all I can do is share my experience and hope that it helps.
And we're all very uniquely different. And so I totally agree with you. What works for you is not going to work for somebody else. But if you can perhaps give them a guideline of what, if they're completely lost and have no idea and they look at you and they're like, oh my gosh, she's gorgeous. I mean, she's beautiful. I want to learn from her. Your book can give them a good roadmap of where to start, right?
25 ways to become beautifully strong. Yeah. And I mean emotionally strong.
That's awesome. I love that. I'm going to have to go buy that book. Do you believe in supplementation?
Sure. Yeah, I do, especially if you're pregnant, right?
Yeah,
definitely. A woman's body fluctuates throughout life. And let's say you might be in your 20s and you need more protein because you're always in the gym.
Yeah.
Right. Or now I stay inside a lot because of Zoom and my computer, so I don't get out. I take vitamin D.
Yeah.
Right. So yes, definitely supplementation is, I like it. I use it. I do it.
Yeah. And, because you are so gorgeous, I have a question because as a model, do you have a real strict skincare routine?
Well, honestly, I don't, but I do. And what I mean by that is I have to be strict because my skin is so sensitive, I break out. Oh. So I don't take what you normally think a woman would take for her skin routine. I have down to bare minimum. A very gentle, unfragrant soap, almond oil, the less, the better. Sure. And now that it's starting to heal, I can take in new products that have a little bit more ingredient, like a vitamin C serum or hyaluronic acid. So, but I just put my toe in the water. Am I going to react? Oh, it's been what I've had to deal with my whole life, and I don't know if it came from um, decades, a lifetime of wearing makeup. And back, 40 years ago, it wasn't as clean as it is today.
Yeah.
And I don't know, but I have to be very careful.
Yeah.
But I clean it
Yeah.
twice a day and I cream it twice a day.
Keep it moisturized. That's the important thing.
Moisture.
I have a question for you. What with what you're doing now in this point in your life, what is your intention or the impact that you want to leave with the work that you're doing?
I want women to really think about what they're doing with their life
Mm,
and to be very present.
mhm.
Our society makes us scattered with all the noise
Oh
and
yeah.
all the images. And I would love women to just, stop that pendulum swinging so fast and just be still to hear themselves.
Yeah.
And from that inner voice comes such strength.
Mm,
And women have so much power that gets dissipated in the way we've just built our society.
yeah.
And I would really like women to find that inner strength because we have the power to change society for the better for our daughters
Yeah.
and for the new young men that are growing up, and to have the young men respect women. It's a much bigger umbrella, but it starts with one small step.
Yeah. I think emotional intelligence is like really something that needs to be talked about a lot more and really instilled into our kids at a very young age, because that's something that I think has caused a lot of mental health and has caused
Mm-hmm.
a lot of breakdown within families, breakdown in a lot of areas, whether it's at work, in your home, whatever. And I think like, people like yourself that are coaching and really living this lifestyle of having that emotional intelligence is really key to changing the dynamics around a lot of things, at least starting the conversation. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. And with that conversation, also communication skills is something that needs to be
Oh yeah. Hmm.
cultivated, and listening skills. And, you know, there's a lot to happen that we need to improve upon, but that's what life is. We're always trying our best and trying to improve on from what happened before.
That's right. Where can people find you, connect with you, and learn more?
Instagram, I'm on that every day. It's at Roxmod, Roxmod. That's like Roxanne modeling, Roxmod.
Awesome.
And that's also my YouTube channel. And roxmod.me is the website
Okay.
where you can also get in touch with coaching, but I also have a blog on that. And, I have a LinkedIn and Pinterest also, if anyone is interested, under Roxanne Gould. And then Amazon has my book,
There
More
we
Than
go.
Just a Pretty Face, which I'm very proud of. It took a long time to write.
Ah,
And
I love you authors, man. I want to write a book, but I say this. I know you guys that are listening, you hear that from me a lot, but I will get there. I swear, I promise I will get there. I am just so impressed that people are able to write books because I know it takes a lot.
it takes so much. And then you also have the feeling of, oh my gosh, I'm so raw. I'm so exposed. Do I want that story out? And then, I just think, well, it'll help somebody. So just do it
Yeah.
because it's important to help somebody. That's where I'm at. So it takes a lot to write a book. Thank you.
Well, this is the part of the show where I like to ask for last words of wisdom or advice. I mean, you've shared a lot, but what would you like to leave with us today?
Oh my goodness. To know that you as a woman are perfect, that you have what you already need within you, and to find some stillness to get in touch with that. Everything, all the questions are within. And, search within first before you start searching without. And trust that you know the best for you. Yeah, that'll help build some confidence. When you have confidence, you just, I think, go through life in a different way than if you are insecure. So I want women to know that they are so important to society and they have so much to contribute, and they're important, but it starts with self-love.
Yeah. Woo! Boom! On that note, Roxanne, thank you so much for being a guest today. I absolutely love what you're all about. Your message is so beautiful, and keep pouring that out there into the world and helping women become emotionally intelligent and confident.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. You guys, this is your host, Deanna Radulescu with Label Free Podcast. To live your best life, you must live label free. As always, don't forget to subscribe, follow, rate, review, comment, share, all those good things. And I'll be back soon with more dynamic guests.